All right. Oh god, there's something in my throat. Hello, everybody. I'm TychoCelchuuu, and this is a Company Heroes 2 shoutcast that is currently being streamed live. On Twitch. I had the URL there, twitch.tv/TychoCelchuuu. If you were following me on Twitch, you could be watching me shoutcast this right now, assuming any technical difficulties have been ironed out, which I think they have been. I think everything's working all right. I just started the stream 10 seconds ago, and nobody is in Twitch chat, so it's probably because I have like 30 followers. But if I, god damn, there's a cat here. If I had more followers, they could be here right now. They could be talking to me right now. I don't think I've found a way to put Twitch chat on the video yet. I can't figure out how to get DX3 to record that, but my computer seems to be handling this okay, so that's everything we need. We have an auto match going on right now. It's the top ranked auto match between Word Bearers Borgori and oh wow, that's a very thematic Soviet player right here, because there's a cat directly on my lap right now. Can I make the cat meow? No, this cat is sort of impervious to suggestions to meow. I should probably drink something because my throat's all messed up. I'll drink some tea. I have a lot of tea right next to me. Look at that glider. All right, tea consumed. I don't think that did anything. Maybe the tea is making things worse. Maybe it's giving me phlegm. So we have a little dance right now between these engineers and this machine gun. They're building, and I guess they're being shot blocked, so no need to worry about the MG firing on them. And it looks like they're wiring off the church. That is, of course, how barbed wire was used in real life. Put it perpendicular to the door, and you no longer have to worry about your opponent walking inside. So cheeky little play from the Soviet there. Looks like the goal is to crawl away out of range of this MG. It's a little tough because when you're in a building like this, you can see pretty far. Notice how far. Oh, and they're pinned at that very, very edge of sight. How annoying. And he has to retreat. Can't do anything about that. What a pain in the fucking ass. And we have a Maxim out first and second and third by the Soviet player. Wow. We are, this whole weird build order thing is getting to be a theme. And interesting, good job here repositioning this MG42 immediately. The opponent knows where it is, so it's time to get going, time to take the church. Surprise! The church has like 18 people in the steeple and another couple down in the pews. Pews is a pretty good word. It's probably in top 50 words. So quick victory from the Soviets there to make up for the quick loss from the engineers having to retreat to this point. So now putting both players on fairly equal footing. The Soviet being very defensive with these mass MGs, just sticking them in houses, which means capping-wise, the Soviet player is doing very bad since those engineers were forced off the field. And so that's giving the German player the chance to cap a lot of shit, especially because we have two Grenadier squads rather than just MG spam out there. So both players realizing that buildings are super important. Is this a new map that was just added in the patch? They just added some maps in the patch. That's pretty cool. I like this building. It's very white. I'm definitely a fan of white people in Trump's America. You better be, otherwise you got shit coming. So these pioneers, interesting choice to hop in the building. There's no way they're going to win a fight against a Maxim out of a building like this, especially when they're just shooting through, I think, just one window. I think that's just a cosmetic window, not a real window up at the top, and especially when they're not point blank. And of course, there's no way they're going to be point blank. The Maxim's not going to walk up close, so you're for sure going to lose that fight. So that was not very helpful. I would have liked to see the Pioneers instead try and flank that Maxim. When they were here and the Maxim was setting up, they had at least a chance to get around, or just run away, or just retreat behind the fog of war and then maybe try and cap this point or something. Anything other than hopping into that building, which was just ultimately ineffectual. It's not really like you're going to get much out of that. So just some skirmishing back and forth from players. Soviet focusing more on locking down the map by getting these Maxims in the buildings. German player focusing more on being more loose and fluid all around the map, and then getting a mortar to maybe dislodge some of these points. As far as I can tell, nobody is watching the Twitch stream yet, so we're 4 minutes in and I'm feeling pretty lonely. Sometimes I think I should stream on YouTube, because then like my 6,000 whatever subscribers will get a fucking notification and that'll give me a lot of people. But Twitch is where all the cool people are, so I just want to be on Twitch. Also, it's a pain in the ass to switch open broadcasting software from Twitch to YouTube, I think. I mean, it's not a pain in the ass, you just copy and paste your stream key, but that's like 3 extra seconds of work every time I want to switch from one venue to the other. Maybe I should fucking stream on YouTube. Why not? Why not? What's wrong with streaming on YouTube? Maybe next time I'll stream on YouTube. Oh, but then I have to reset up all the fucking chat over overlays, but that actually doesn't matter because nobody needs a chat over. I don't know. I shouldn't be thinking about this shit out loud. I should just be contemplating inside my head where all sorts of other things happen. Like, you don't need to know what's going on. But we have a lichte mechanized company, and 10 bucks to the first person who can predict what's coming out of this thing. Metaphorical $10. I'm not sending anybody money. Man, this guy, he's gonna win the longest. These people are gonna win the longest living corpses award, because most corpses in this game go away, and these corpses don't. I like these flowers too, by the way. They're just like really shitty flowers. Not even fucking trying with those flowers, are you, Relic? There's just yellow fucking fuzzy dots. The original, I shit you not, the original Company Heroes had flowers 10 times as good if you could turn on DirectX 10, which nobody could back in the day. But eventually people could. And when you could, those fucking flowers and rocks, which were definitely not worth it, but were still, oh man, this is just, what's even going on? It's just machine guns as far as the eye can see on this goddamn map. We have 2 suppressed, oh, these, of course they're suppressed. These people are suppressed by the base MG. What a fucking mess. So, theoretically, these guys are in red cover, but, whoop, I was about to say it's not doing much one way or the other until it is doing much. And, oh, near the Grenadiers are here, and now that's bad. So, both players trying the base pin thing, German player being much more effective at it, although to be fair, the Soviet player really got fucked over by that machine gun shooting through this hedge. What kind of bullshit's that? I ask you, what kind of bullshit is that? It's Company Heroes 2 bullshit. Speaking of Company Heroes 2 bullshit, the reason this shoutcast wasn't uploaded yesterday is because I didn't make it yesterday or today. So today is the reason this shoutcast wasn't uploaded earlier is because I had to fucking delete local content and reinstall Company Heroes 2 from fucking scratch, because the new patch, which is ostensibly 600 megabytes, said it didn't have enough disk space to install, even though it had many gigabytes of disk space to install. So I was just like, fuck it, deleting this shit, starting over brand new. But then I had to download the whole thing, and Steam was down for like 90% of this fucking day, so I couldn't download it from Steam, obviously. Holy shit. So admirable job, honestly, by the Soviets pushing the Germans off the map so much. The Soviets have control of both fuels. If you, god damn, I was trying to draw a box on the minimap. Obviously that doesn't work. I was trying to do this sort of thing. But so you can tell the Soviets have both fuels. The left one is not linked up, although frankly that's because the Germans have control of this cutoff, not because it's a fairly outlandish fuel. But the right one is hooked up, so that's really good news for the Soviets. They actually have less fuel income than the Germans, despite having control of both fuel points. But it's considering how much lack of mobility the Soviets have. Look at all this shit they're floating to. I should look at these commanders before they pick one. Considering the lack of mobility that the Soviet player has and the lack of teching and so on and so forth. Oh, we're going straight into double conscripts. That's one thing to do with your floating manpower. Just sink it into some tier 1 stuff if you don't want to make the decision to tech up. Yeah, so this Flammen it's not a Flammen. It is a Flammenwerfer. It's just called a half-track, though. Is it called a Flammenwerfer? No, they're just called flame projectors. This thing is definitely going to cause the Soviet player to try and figure out what the fuck to do. I'm assuming... I really should have checked if those 2 conscripts were built before or after this thing showed up. If it was built before, it still makes sense. Oh, that's so painful. Look at that guy spinning. Okay, he's dead. Whew, that was really brutal. That was just fucking roast beef right there. Yeah, so the conscripts, I would assume, even if they were built before this thing, would... Oh god, they picked a doctrine too late. I want to look at the one that was the lady, because I don't know if I know that one. Even if the conscripts were built before the flame half-track, it makes sense to keep them going, because then you get to research anti-tank grenades, which are pretty effective versus these things. You do need some other source of AT if you want to be super safe. Obviously, throwing infantry at it can be a painful proposition. We've seen what it does to infantry. It's already up to 8 kills. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. How many kills does this thing have? 0. So that's great. I think it was decrewed at some point. God, there's too much shit going on this map. This is a really dynamic fight. Oh no, this Maxim's gonna go down. Yep. That's the thing. When you ever see a squad like that at low health, they're flamethrower bait. Oh god, so many squads down. I'd be surprised if the Soviet player doesn't just fucking rage quit at this point. Because coming back from this, my friends, is not going to be an exciting time. So we did tech up. Let's fucking check this thing before they rage quit. RPG anti-tank conscript, multiple RPG. Replaces existing grenades. So I guess that means you have to research the existing grenade before you can use the grenade assault. That's really interesting. I've never seen that. I've never seen this fucking guy. Actually, I think I have seen this guy used once or twice, but I don't play this game enough to know. Light vehicle mines, those are pretty cool. Those would be nice versus the flamethrower thing. At least conscript PTR. Holy shit, this thing is not fucking kidding about tank hunter tactics. Jesus. You don't want to be a tank. Oh, what a time to not retreat. It's a good thing the half-track didn't notice that was happening. It's a good thing they got to move on too. Passive engineer salvage kit. Interesting. Interesting. Look at this fight. I should zoom out a bit so you can see the health bars clearly. Oh no, retreat. Bad move. You flinched. Oh, there's a mine. Never mind. That's not a bad move. Lure them over the mine. Clever, but they're too smart for that. They're doing the old flankaroonie. Oh, and we have the AT. Oh shit! Yeah, tank hunter tactics. Not not joking. Does this cost more? Do you even have this yet? Oh no, this is down here. Assault. It doesn't cost more. So I don't know why you didn't use the assault. Maybe you need to be closer in. Yeah, they both cost 25 munitions. Why would you throw one when you could throw 6? Can someone please explain that? Oh god, if this half-track doesn't die, I would totally rage quit. It wouldn't be a rage quit. I don't have any rage. I'm like a Buddhist. A Buddhist monk, I mean. Not a garden variety Buddhist. Garden variety Buddhist motherfuckers can be rageful, I tell you what. But, hey look, we have a little fuel cache built on the thing. So that's keeping the Soviet player in the game, I suppose. Not really, but a little. Man, just doubling down on the conscripts. A cat after my own heart, because I like conscripts. What's this? Anti-tank bombing run. Drops a multitude of smaller anti-tank bombs over a wide area. Okay, this is a very minimal doctrine. Oh, and the Germans just picked one too. Cool, we got a cargo truck. A very minimal doctrine. All it really does is buff your conscripts, give you salvage, and then at 10 CPs you bomb some stuff. I like how 4 of these things are passive. That's like you get them all instantly. No need to wait. This is a good instant gratification, Commander. You're one of those people who can't delay gratification, like you're not a Buddhist monk. Then I'd go for that. This mortar has balls, but I guess it figures the conscripts can't do anything. Okay, this Soviet player is really in the ditch right now. You gotta admire the fighting spirit, and it's not over until you say it's over. But this is looking pretty bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Mostly because I'm running a little low. Actually, I'm not running low on sugar. I thought I was running low on sugar. Then I opened my cupboard where I keep enough food to keep me alive for like 4 months. And there was a bag of sugar in there because at some point I bought some sugar. I'm like, what if I run out of sugar? So I'm good. I'm good on the sugar front, folks. Twitch viewership still at 0. Makes sense because I'm fucking ranting about sugar. So can somebody tell me if I'm showing up on the CoH2.org live stream list? That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, you can't tell me right now because nobody's fucking watching right now, but I have this cat. Do we have 2 Opel trucks? I shouldn't be clucking my tongue. I mean, fucking Opel trucks are good shit, but you know, it just brings to mind, it brings back memories of the British and the original company heroes opposing fronts, and they just set up on a point, get a bunch of extra shit, and that's painful. So what's the Soviet plan here? It's clearly Russia T-70 insofar as you can Russia T-70 when it's like 13 minutes in. So I love how this thing just fucking collapsed and the little... Okay. It did collapse, right? I may have made that up. So yeah, so Russia T-70 insofar as rush means get it as fast as possible and then just avoid this pack, which you've seen multiple times and in fact damaged a little bit. So that's good. The Soviet player is not going to be blindsided by the pack. These conscripts... just trying to buy time, I don't know. But here comes the T-70. Ooh, what kind of camo? Okay, that's sort of that's some serious camo. That's oh wait, no it's not. Look at that. Look at that little thing. What the fuck is that little thing? Can somebody tell me what that is? I'm delighted by that. I don't know what it is. It looks like a seagull had some bright green chewing gum and diarrhea. But, oh wow, so the one thing that the T-70 can't handle turns out to be the thing it runs smack dab into. It's out of control. And if the Soviet player doesn't rage quit at this point, that's the end of that seagull diarrhea. But, what are you yelling about? What are you fuckers yelling about? There's nothing happening. There's nothing happening. Okay, so now the route back into this game is another T-70, but this time better. That's what I would suggest. That or, I don't know, what can you build? There's not, you don't have a lot of options. You don't have a lot of options. It's really got to be the T-70. You're just not getting the fuel to tuck up to T-34s or something like that. And we have a Panzer IV coming out, so not even the T-70 is going to be able to do anything. These guys are thankfully not fricasseed. I've sort of had enough of oh, I never fucking talked about the roasting. When a somebody's at low health, they're flamethrower bait because the way the flamethrower works is that it gets critical hits to kill people, and the chances of that go up when they're at low health. So that's why you always keep a low health squad away from flamethrowers, or vice versa. You get your flamethrowers at the enemy low health squad. Oh look, it's the battle of the flamethrowers. Who's gonna win? No points for anyone who manages to predict that, because it's so are both Opal field trucks, was the field truck killed over here? Yeah, so that's cool. Somehow the Soviet player presumably AT grenaded one of those things to death. Or no, probably just shot it with the AT rifle. Do these guys have a vehicle kill? Yeah, so that's how it works. Oh no, that's a... Seemed like a lot of... I guess those two grenades were simultaneous, but I heard them yell grenade earlier, which doesn't make sense, because that would have been... Oh, these guys? No, these are the two squads. It's a mystery. He's on fire briefly. Now he's not. It's a metaphor for life. Always love those metaphors for life. Why is the Soviet player still playing? Not like I'm complaining. I'll keep watching. I got no issues with this. Oh wow, that's a little German flag on the side. Reminds me of Wolfenstein, The New Order, which I recently played. I like that game. It's got Nazis to shoot. And that's all I really want from life. I guess not really, now that you get that in real life. It turns out not to be so exciting. But, man, has the German player lost any squads? Has the German player lost anything? Has the German player encountered any setbacks in this glorious march to victory for the fatherland and the glorious struggle? Does anyone remember what the German announcer would say when he got Vet 3 in the original Company Heroes? Or when he researched infantry Vet 3? He's like, for honored fatherland and glorious struggle, we now present you with this Iron Cross. Something like that. Something like that. So we have an Opal Blitz truck completed. That'll be number 3, but number 2 that'll be alive. That'll just make it easier to bank more fuel for Lord knows what. Soviet player, meanwhile, I guess this is all you can really do once your opponent's made it to the Panzer IVs. You could always just go back for an AT gun, but I suppose the infantry superiority is so bad that the AT gun would just be a lost cause. The Su-76 doing a really effective job versus the Panzer IV. I guess the AT rifle's helping out too, but I'm just going to be really surprised if the German player throws this one away, because truly that's rebuilding the fuel cache. Soviet player loves that fuel cache. Gotta get that cash. What's the saying? Fuck money, get cash? Something like that. Makes a lot of sense. AT rifles. Alright, well, Opal Blitz just lost its main gun. That's how you know things are pretty dire for it. When it doesn't have the main gun anymore. It's like, what the fuck do I even have this truck for? But, I don't know if this is trying to lure the Su-76 forward so it can get double fausted, or if the German player is just being... This thing has got fucking yellow dots on it too. What the fuck is going on? Oh, it's like eyes on a skull. Okay, that's stupid. It is eyes on a skull, right? It looks like eyes on a skull. Very vague. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This must be a Halloween skin. Spooky, scary Halloween. Okay, the cat's fucking in front of the goddamn microphone. I don't know if anyone can even hear me talking right now. Jesus, cat, move out of the way. Do we have anything, any hope for the Soviets? We have the bombing run. That's way too much munitions. What is even the plan? What is the plan? The plan is to headbutt the microphone. Good cat. Good kitty. Good kitty. People asking for pictures of the cats. They're not my cats, so I don't want to disseminate pictures. It's like a privacy thing. You know, you don't put pictures of your friends' kids on Facebook because it's like, what if they don't want pictures of their kids on Facebook? Ditto for the cats. Oh God. Oof. Well, it's just going from grim to grimmer for this Soviet player. But on the plus side, my stream is at 2,559 bit rate, so that's, I think, good. I don't actually know. I was testing the stream the other day and someone was like, your bit rate is all the way up to here, and I was like, I don't know what those numbers mean. I don't know if they're good. I've fallen behind the times. I used to be a computer person, but all the streaming stuff, all the Twitch, all the kids, all the people getting stung by bullet ants in real time on the internet, that's just I don't know anything about that. I missed the train. These flowers, Jesus. Could you not do better than this? Maybe when I reinstalled the game, my graphics didn't default to high. I don't know. I give the Soviet player a lot of credit for staying in the game. Most people don't have anywhere near this sort of a stick-to-itness. Stick-to-itiveness. Stick-to-itiveness is probably the right word. But this is like the scene from Saving Private Ryan where the tank was shooting at the steeple of the church. But unlike the scene from Saving Private Ryan, there's not a lot of suspense. I'm not doing a good job of hyping up this game, folks. I keep saying the Soviet player's lost because that really the reason I'm saying that is because it's going to make it all the more exciting when the Soviet player wins. Which is totally going to happen. Just, you can bet your bottom. Wow, that guy got AT rifle, I think. Nice gun. I love the sort of low gravity guns in this game. I don't know why that happens, but I'm sure there's a really good reason for it. Maybe because it looks cool. Yeah, I have 26 kills and a building destroyed. I'm not sure if a building destroyed should count towards your kills. I understand like a vehicle counting towards your kills because there's people in the vehicle. But a building? Did smoke always pour out of these buildings when they were on fire? Is that special for this building? Is this filled with particularly smoky stuff? Is there a dank weed stash somewhere in here? Is this fucking 420 blaze it? Let's 360 no scope it. Vroom! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like how you can see the lens flare on the repaired Panzer IV, like even when you're a million yards away. What is going on in here? Yeesh. This thing looks like backstage at a high school drama club. So, here's the thing. Is this... Ooh, strafing run. You don't even have much sight here, do you? You do have much sight. Now you got sight. Here comes the plane. That's my... I'm providing sound effects just in case the game is not loud enough. That's really important to do. All the best shoutcasters do it. If you watch any other shoutcasters and they don't go pucka 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 when the Stuka strafes people, you might as well just fucking turn off the video right there and send them some hate mail like, Tycho says you suck dick. But not in the good way. In the bad way. Because you're not making pucka 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 noises. Pucka 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 pucka. What's it even strafing? Fucking Stuka's gotten bored. It's like, alright, let's strafe some shit. Wow, we got 2 SU-76s. This is the way back into the game. You kill the half-track, you kill the Panzer IV, then there's nothing else. But you've got 50 VPs. So, well, way to lure the Panzer IV into the fight. So good job there. I don't think the Soviet player actually did anything on purpose there. But see, yeah, SU-76s are not a joke. They just need one more shot, each of them, and that's not happening. So they do the only sensible thing, which is to charge into the waiting jaws of the AT gun. But actually, slightly more sensibly, they only send the full health SU-76 because that's at least got a fucking chance. And we have a Tiger called in, so even if it weren't the end of the VPs, and even if it weren't the end of the SU-76, it would be the end of the game. So I'm glad you've all joined me for my very first live stream shoutcast. Nobody showed up, but we can remedy that. Again, you just have to go to twitch.tv/TychoCelchuuu. And that URL, fuck, well, it's gone. It's ephemeral, like Emerald the chef, extremely ephemeral. His friends call him Ephemeral Emerald. And wow, what a time to quit. You've fought for like 20 minutes in a lost game, and you give it up here. So I like this. There was the lesson here is don't lose all your squads. If there's a fast flame half track, you better do fucking something about it. And I think don't park your Maxim. Don't the Maxim heavy strategy didn't really pay off. You didn't get much of the map. You didn't get enough mobility. They just get eaten alive by the flame things. By the time the flame half track came out, the Soviet players started transitioning to conscripts. But had they had conscripts right from the very get-go, especially with this AT grenade assault, probably the flame half track wouldn't have done much. They would have had more map control in the first place, and it would have been a whole different ball game. A ball game where the Russians might have won, unlike any actual ball game in the history of the world. Because I don't think they play baseball in Russia. But okay, bye now.